Cool.
But yeah.
So this is our first losers bracket race between Primorix and touchTheGoose. I'm the one who knocked Primorix into losers, and Goose was knocked in there by King Captain.
Right. I completely forgot that you and Primorix were the first match.
Yep, we sure were, right on Valentine's Day.
Nice. All right, and they're off. So, lovely little cutscene showing you just how Plague Knight moves.
Yep, and as you're gonna see, this is gonna be their main form of movement. This jumping and bursting thing. His walk is really slow.
Yeah.
But you can when you hold your attack when you hold your attack button, you charge what's called a burst, and when you let go, you explode and go fast. So that's what you're gonna be doing.
You can carry that momentum with a double jump, which is really nice, and you refresh your double jump every time you land. So runners are going to be doing their best to maintain as much time in the air as possible, while also landing strategically so that they can find the most optimal burst movement for rooms.
Speaking of burst movement, Plains kind of sucks for bursting.
Yeah. There's a lot of, and you're going to see this again in the next stage, but there's a lot of low ceilings that make it difficult. And Dirt Mountain is also a thing. You have to specifically destroy dirt blocks without, well, you hopefully don't burst, because there are some moments where bursting will waste time because you spend more time destroying obstacles by charging rather than throwing a bomb.
Primorix kind of got bodied by that dragon there, so Goose has an early lead.
And here comes the bubble wrap. So by touching the screen transition in the room above, the game kind of ejects you into this room, which skips having to go through 2 other rooms.
Yeah, you hit a loading zone that the game doesn't know exists, and it kind of freaks out and makes you skip some stuff.
You have to be careful doing so. Falco actually hit the death plane in the previous room last time.
Yeah, and this is everybody's friend, Black Knight.
Goose is already having problems.
Oh, yeah.
I would really suggest Goose be careful here, because he could die, which would take a turn.
Okay,
nice.
He got him.
Now, bursting is also an attack and has a couple of invincibility frames, so if you find yourself in a pitch, you can actually use it to avoid obstacles.
Yeah, you saw Primorix get a kind of easy stun lock, and if that goes bad, it just goes all the way bad. This is Village. They destroy this poor hedgehog's house, and then they're going to meet up with Mona. She did one of the mini-games in Shovel Knight's campaign, and she is also Plague Knight's alchemical partner. And they're in the hub called the Potionarium. You come back here for upgrades, which they're only going to do once because it's actually really slow.
Yeah, you would normally spend the Cypher coins unlocking the rest of the bomb upgrades. As useful as they can be, they take so long to get that they're not going to be seeing use in this run.
Yeah, as Moo was saying, there's a bunch of really annoying low ceilings here, which makes it really hard to get your burst patterns right. Otherwise, it's a pretty simple stage. Lots of long rooms, lots of ladders. That's pretty much it.
Something to note is that Plague Knight actually has the most knockback out of the 3 playable characters in this game. So damage boosting is really useful for Plague Knight. That means that there's an inherent risk. We have to manage health to make sure we can do these damage boosts. Luckily, we will be getting health upgrades as part of the plot, so it makes that aspect of it a little bit easier, but even so, runners who are less experienced may want to know where food plates are at the very least.
Yeah, for sure. Thankfully, in most stages, there's usually one on the way, so it's not too big of a deal to grab them. Oh no, that rat just totally juked Primorix.
rat movement is completely random, and although it's rare in that room, it can happen that you'll try to damage boost off of that rat, and you'll just fall to your death.
That juking is actually why I started just not going for that damage boost. It's why I came up with
Spectre's campaign. I love it.
Yeah. It's why I came up with faster books, or I stole it from the task rather.
So this is King Knight, and nice, Primorix just got it as well. You can actually force King Knight out of the corner if you can throw bombs in a specific way. You'll actually push him out of it, and then since you're on his left, King Knight is more adamant about chasing you, so he'll just jump against the wall for a while, which lets you unload more bombs on him. Yo, nice sync!
Yeah! And hey, even with a death, Primorix has like a half-second lead. So
that's a very legitimate sync because their timers are synced as well. Oh, but touchTheGoose unfortunately fell prey to menuing, which is one of the hardest parts.
Menuing is impossible.
And they're gonna have to deal with that every single time they complete a stage. So now they're in the Lich Yard. Lich Yard, kind of a frogs. Kind of a frogs.
It's a mostly basic stage, except there's frogs all over the stage that are literally completely random, and there's no way to predict them. And then there's the dark rooms, which aren't a problem for experienced runners because they have the layouts memorized. But for less experienced runners, oh yeah, it's a nightmare.
So yeah, the 3 random enemies, we've already seen them all, are slimes, rats, and oh wait. Slimes, rats, Jawas, and frogs. We'll see Jawas later on. Ooh, that was a little scary on Primorix's screen. You can get crushed. Crush is instant death, so you gotta be careful with those platforms.
I was just thinking, 3 out of 4 of the random enemies are green, and 1 of them can be green.
3 out of 4 doctors recommend avoiding these enemies. Okay, I agree with Primorix's decision right there on getting some food. He was pretty low on health.
It's not necessary in PB attempts. You'll definitely see people just skip that. But
I love that
for a race. Yeah, it's so good.
Go ahead.
Just that swoosh.
So Plague Knight slides a lot. He is very much the Luigi of this game, and you can actually get him to slide off of a corner really easily in that area. It feels great. Also, they are bursting into this room in hopes of landing on this top platform. Both of them got it. That really sets them up for the Spectre fight, because they need to be able to push and pin Spectre to the right side of the room.
Yeah, if you don't get on that platform, you have to push them into the left side instead of the right. Now, wait like 4 seconds.
Is Goose going for Bread Pants thing?
It looks like it.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Didn't quite get it, but...
I mean, that's not easy, so it's... Primorix still struggling with the regular kill, though. Like, Spectre is not an easy fight at all. And Goose is gonna lose his chance. Okay, yeah, he's gonna be stuck in this fight for a little longer. Every time you hit Spectre, Spectre ends up wiggling to try and get out of the way.
Yo, check out those Skelebros who came up just to watch Spectre die.
Perfect. Lousy relic.
I like how, according to the game, Skelebro's the canon route. Just saying.
Well, so is Hoverplume.
Well, yeah.
Mona dancing. So now they're heading to the Explodatorium. Who has everyone's favorite Pure Blue Boy?
I don't know why. No, I'm just kidding. He's a nightmare. Ooh!
Oh my God, Primorix!
There go those cycles. Jesus Christ! So there's maybe he might have missed enough to be on a good cycle. So this level has a whole bunch of global cycles, which means that like a lot of the stuff goes no matter where in the level you are. So if you make a mistake, then you're pretty much on your own and you have to come up with strats on the fly.
I hope he doesn't die on the fly.
Yeah, he's getting beat up pretty bad.
Pot lids, and the acid underneath them do more than a regular hit. The spiked pot lids will do a heart and a half. The purple goo will do a full heart. He can damage boost there, but he chose to get the carrot. Not a bad decision.
Yeah, good call. That spider does 2 damage, so that was the correct call, I think.
Yeah, you do want to be damage boosting in some... Yo, Goose, please! Oh, please don't die.
Oh, good. Okay.
Okay, fighting Alchemeister on Primorix's screen. Yeesh. 23 hits. Someone pointed out last time that this thing actually has more health than the standard boss, which is kind of nuts.
Yeah. The good news is he just kind of stands still for a while, so that's probably why.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just saying, he's a furry. Look at that.
God. Hashtag Eric, no.
So you see Primorix intentionally taking damage there. The reason is for the boss fight coming up. We'll kind of we'll kind of explain what's going on as Primorix gets in there.
He will hopefully not take any more hits because
no.
Never mind. God, why did I say anything? But now
there's a tonic.
With this.
There's a tonic coming up. So.
Oh right, there is a tonic there. Okay, don't take the turkey.
Okay.
Mucho max health.
Yeah.
Goose not far behind him.
So yeah, you fight Shovel Knight here, and he has access to most of the relics he has in his regular game, including the Phase Locket, which makes him invincible. And that's why they managed the health. Yacht Club decided not to be total jerks, and if you have less than 2 health, he won't use his Phase Locket, and that's absolutely crucial to getting the stun lock that Primorix just got.
Yeah, Goose looks like... Oh no, he got anchored! Jesus Christ, I will not say anything.
He recovered fine.
That's twice.
Yeah, that anchor is pretty much the big RNG of the fight now. Some people still struggle and he might get out. But optimally, that's the only RNG you should be running into anymore.
Oh man, I just noticed neither of them is using a color code. Oh well.
That's a shame.
Yo, pink lemonade, boys.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they're both gonna go for Iron Whale. I don't think either of them's gonna do Lost City first. But in terms of like routing, there's not really much difference at all. Earlier, they could have picked up an Arcana called Big Boom, which is something that runners are starting to use. That just changes the order of the first couple stages and gives them a different weapon that they pick up in Pridemore. Here, they could have chosen to go to Lost City first just because Lost City is a little more lethal than Iron Whale.
Yeah, it's a bit less common now. It used to be super common because Rees used to be able to get on the map and block your way. But Yacht Club was really nice to us and stopped that from happening, so there's no reason to go to Lost City first anymore.
Yeah, that sure stopped happening.
Yeah.
So, Primorix going through the tentacle room. That room actually is extremely tricky if you don't know the setup.
Even if you do know the setup, I have a lot of trouble with it, actually.
Water stage, water physics. Water physics are really not that bad at all for this game. You just fall a little bit slower, you jump higher, but it does not affect your burst, so you can still use that to gauge what you're normally supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it's honestly one of my favorite water stages in any video game. Not that that's a high bar to set.
Oh no, unfortunately, I just saw it on the restream. touchTheGoose actually missed the tentacle room. Ooh. So when you're falling into that room, you want to try and lob bombs to remove the tentacles before they fully extend. But now they're stuck fighting 420. Primorix did a pretty good job there. 420 likes to get really, really high. It's kind of irritating. 420 can also move side to side a lot, which makes it hard to aim your bombs. touchTheGoose is kind of... Okay, he was all the way in the right corner for a bit there. You might still be able to get the hits.
Oh, nice!
Okay. I was wondering if he was just one hit off at that point. 420 has 12 health, so you want to try and do that before 420 finishes rearing to the side.
Yeah. Anytime you get a 1 cycle, it's a good fight, honestly. These rockets are on a global cycle for some reason. They're the only thing that's on a global cycle in this stage. And I don't understand why. Oh god! Goose went real low there. Oh!
Please! You don't need it!
Okay. So, Treasure Knight, I was just gonna say he's not super RNG, and then he went to the ceiling, so I need to stop,
And man, that's 3 strikes for the commentators already.
Yeah. So, Treasure Knight does mostly the same stuff, but he can choose to go to the ceiling, which takes a little bit of time, and you don't want to kill him up there, because the fight doesn't officially end until the boss hits the ground, and they're underwater, so they go real slow.
So you definitely want to avoid killing Treasure on the ceiling. Of course.
Yeah.
Both the runners. And gold!
Goose needs to be really careful, he might get mugged.
Please finish this fight, please finish this fight!
Okay. If you get hit by that treasure chest, it does 2 damage and steals 500 gold from you.
As far as money goes, they will be spending it later. Like, they still haven't spent it on anything. That's mostly because, although Plague's relics are also really good, it's not unlike collecting the green coins. You do have to go out of your way to go and get them in the stage. So there's that, but there's also that in order to actually purchase them, you either need an obscene amount of money, or you need to go and find Shovel Knight's relic. Shovel Knight, all of his relics are actually in Plague Knight's campaign. He actually finds them and sells them to Chester. But if you ain't got them, Chester will still offer you your Arcana, which is Plague Knight's relics, but you have to pay out the nose for them.
Yeah, they're super expensive. Like, the one they'll be getting in this run, the Staff of Striking, costs 9,000 gold. So, it's already most of the money that they've collected so far. And money routing isn't super tight in Plague Knight, but it's tight enough that, like, if you lose 500 gold, it's gonna be something you're thinking about.
Yeah, it's not the only thing they're going to be purchasing. They also have to spend 10,500 on magic upgrades later. But for now, they are in Lost City, and this stage is also known as Lethal Lava Land. It's literally everywhere. Thank you, Primorix, for being a little more careful there.
Yeah. If you accidentally throw 5 bombs, you're almost definitely gonna die because you destroyed the floor there.
There's a very small club of people who have survived that room and lived to tell the tale by doing that.
I think DOSBox is the only one I've actually seen survive it.
Did not someone make a clip of me screaming in that room? Because I think that happened. Also, Goose just died in the slime room. And here's Mole Knight, which is actually tricky. You have to jump over him and lob bombs as he passes by. Let's see if we can get the, just a burst into the corner.
He might get it.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
He's got it. Yeah, if he digs into the ground there, then, you gotta play whack-a-mole with him in dirt blocks. And, it's random... Okay. It's random which dirt block he's in, and then if you don't kill him in that phase, he goes invincible for a while, and it's not a good time. Also, that ceiling just doesn't exist for some reason!
So, the way blowing up a dirt block from below works is that you really basically gotta be on top of it. The hitbox of Plague Knight's explosion is bigger to the sides, pretty small up and down.
Okay.
Oh my god!
That was a really good call by Goose.
So now with World 3 open, you may have noticed that they've been getting these permanent health upgrades every time they complete 3 stages. In World 3, they'll actually be choosing now, instead of optimal map order, they're going straight to Flying Machine for that Staff of Strike. Let's see how Goose does on Mole Knight. 1, 2, 3. Good. Get into the corner. Come on, come on, come on.
Almost. Okay.
Okay. That's better than nothing.
Still not
because,
bad.
At that point, he goes invincible, and then he takes an absolute eternity kill.
Yeah. So, Primorix is in Flying Machine, which has a lot of fans which don't do damage to you, but they blow you around and okay. And usually the fans blow you into pits, which is real cool. Thanks, Sean and Shane and all of you people. This mini boss is actually really easy if you know the setup.
Nice. He actually got it. He just didn't burst out in time. So he's sneaking into the side room.
Fun fact, when I played this game casually, I didn't know the side room existed. So I just went through the game without the staff. And also just never...
Did you pick up Plague first over Shovel?
No, I also never got the propeller dagger.
Oh, okay.
Just didn't know it was a thing until I started running Plague.
So Staff of Striking he just picked up. Also, thanks Vin, I see you. I appreciate that. The way mana works, he did make it past Triple Jawas, good. He can now swing the staff twice per bar, and then he can, once you have a, if he does it twice right now, or if he does it 4 times right now, he would still be able to get one last swing, which would exhaust him. It would overheat the staff, basically burning out his energy there, and he would not be able to swing it again until it finishes fully recharging. Having a little trouble. Okay. Oh no!
No!
I didn't see if it was the spikes, the Jawa, or the cannonball.
I think it was the cannonball.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that damage boost, dude.
I think he didn't realize the cannonballs do 2 damage. Or whatever it is. You take a lot of damage in this stage, honestly. Here comes the wind tunnel, which is one of the... We'll see if he goes for the fast tech. It's one of the really... Oh, he's not. Okay. You can get through here in 1 cycle, and it's really cool, but horrifying.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
You kind of rub along the spikes at the top.
Like, I don't even know if Goose is going to go for it, because honestly, there's such a penalty for missing it.
Yeah,
he's already really far behind.
Yeah, I think in my race with Primorix, I missed it, just because I was like, I'd rather be late than die.
So here comes Propeller. Oh, nice! He's going for the new fight.
Tolu just found this fight recently, and it's a lot more consistent than the old fight.
He's just shy a couple more hits.
He'll get him with the bombs, though.
Ta-da!
Nice. I'm really glad Tolu found that.
Yeah, that's such a good kill. The old kill is only like half a second slower, but this one's way easier. Now, Propeller is actually, the reason why these kills even exist for Propeller specifically is because Propeller actually has a projectile guard on his front. It makes it impossible to hit him with bombs normally. But if he runs over them, that's his own fault.
Oh my god! Wow. Somebody please clip that.
I can't wait to watch this. The hard and half. He's just getting bullied. Oh my god!
Oh, is your stream behind?
No, I watched the restream afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Because when I heard you screaming, I was like, oh man, I gotta see what happened in Jawa.
Oh no! Jawas do 2 damage, he's gotta... Okay.
Jesus.
I really wish he would drink a tonic right now, honestly.
Nice job.
Thanks.
He heard you, man. Meanwhile, Primorix fought Black Knight too, because you have to fight Black Knight a second time. Why not? Yeesh. Goose is still scaring me here.
Yeah, this is why I wanted to drink a tonic, because you have to do that damage boost.
He probably realized that.
Yeah.
Black Knight 2 is harder to keep locked than Black Knight 1. Just less frames before Black Knight decides he's going to try and dodge and do something else. I'm still watching you, Goose. You better not die this one. Don't you dare burst. No!
Oh my god!
Jesus.
Why would he do that?
Don't do this, guys.
Please make it to the checkpoint.
Okay, he's safe.
Oh,
nice links.
Okay, so anyway, on your left screen, you're gonna see Plague Knight on ice. It actually doesn't matter about the ice physics because you're going to be in the air anyway.
As long as you don't land on it. At least, like, Fleet Flask isn't picked up in the run anymore because trying to run on ice actually looks hilarious.
Goose is having a little bit of trouble with Propeller Knight. Oh no! Wow!
Please, stick to the plan! Stick to the plan!
No! Oh.
So...
Oh, did
they still
Primorix
need money.
Did Primorix die to Hammer Bros?
He had to have.
Wow. He
Well,
died right here.
The Vikings.
Wow. That's an odd spot to die, honestly.
I don't know. We have someone in the chat who particularly despises that room.
I don't blame Primorix for going out of his way for that checkpoint at all.
Please pick up your money at some point, Goose.
Oh, no. That's... Well...
Oh, no.
He's fine, he's fine. He'll have enough after Polonite to grab magic.
Yes, yes he will. Okay. Like, the one death he's allowed, though, without picking up his money again.
Yeah, if you have 5,500 by the time you fight Propeller Knight, you can actually grab it after Black Knight too, so he's fine.
Primorix choosing to take damage just so he doesn't have to worry about spikes. He did not heal, or more importantly, grab the tonic, so I'm not sure if he's going to just buy tonics from the Magicist later.
That's been a popular strategy in this tournament. You have the option of just buying max tonics later.
Yo, that sounds like a great cartoon. Max Tonic!
So yeah, Polar Knight makes spikes, which kill you in one hit, which is real cool. I love that.
Goose having trouble here with Black Knight too. Because on top of having less time before Black Knight starts dodging, Black Knight also has a full bar of HP this time, not just the 6.
Yeah, and he also jumps a lot. Like, a lot.
Like, even ignoring the additional attacks that he has, it doesn't matter. Those aren't the issue. It's more about Black Knight just dodging for forever.
Yeah. Okay, so Primorix isn't grabbing tonics, so he's gonna have to be careful in Tower 2.
He lost the extra health from his death as well, so he's still stuck at 6 HP. He's gonna get one more after completing World 3 for a total of 7.
Yeah, and he's almost definitely gonna pick up an extra tonic here in Clockwork Tower because it's in the auto scroll and there's no reason not to pick it up. You know, for being a World 3 stage, this stage is actually really, really easy. There's not a whole lot that can kill you, except for the auto-scroller skip that's going to happen later.
Yeah, and that one's pretty hard to screw up, honestly, once you've gotten it down.
You know what? I just remembered that Clockwork Tower and Hondo exist, so I take back my words.
Well, that's different, because you have to do side rooms in Hondo. Yo, I'll race you later.
Sure. I've been seeing a lot of people opting not to damage boost off that gold armor, and I'm actually surprised. Because I never saw that until Tolu did it in his race.
Thinking emoji.
Although now I do Diazulag skip, which is cooler, and
oh, was it Hammer Bros?
Hammer Bros, yeah. Did he go for fast Hammer Bros? I didn't...
He might have just gotten hit.
Yeah.
I'm about to see. No, he did go for fast Hammer Bros. Oh my god, man. So, fast Hammer Bros requires that you actually do a damage boost kind of low in the room, because if you do it high, then you're actually you'll spend most of the time bonking into the ceiling, which means you won't get control of Plague Knight until you're basically at the death plane, and it's too late to do anything at that point.
Yeah. I do it because it's muscle memory at this point, but I don't recommend it to anybody.
You should see the way Falco does it. Falco actually had a damage boost off the Drake in the previous room that keeps him invincible through those guys.
Oh, that's really cool, actually.
Yeah, definitely check it out. Meanwhile, Primorix is fighting Tinker. It's kind of a joke. Like, he dies in 10 hits, half the HP. Oh my god, the floor broke.
Someone tell Matcha.
So, Tinker 2 is still kind of easy because the magic upgrades they purchase allow you to swing Staff of Striking 9 times before you exhaust it, which means you can basically take out half a boss's HP without ever losing height or having to lot more bombs.
He had a little bit of trouble, but he still got the 2 cycle. One of the really nice things about Staff of Striking is you saw how Tinker was in the wall there. Staff's hitbox actually goes into the wall, so you can still hit him there, which is really great.
Now, Taco Cat just asked something, is this a bonus boss? Could you imagine how crazy cool that would be if, like, fighting Tinker 1 under specific conditions spawned the mech?
That would actually be neat.
That would be super dope. Happens to me.
So now the Pepsi's done.
Sweet. All 23 flavors collected.
Who came up with calling it Pepsi?
Who came up with the Beppis? I feel like that was either Plaguey or Pickles.
That sounds like something they would do. I love everything they come up with. Shoutouts to Plaguey and Pickles.
Word. Now they're, Primorix just entered Tower 1. Goose not too far behind. They're still pretty close. And really, like, they may seem like they're like half a minute apart right now. Oh wait, Goose is entering. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Okay, that's actually way more substantial. Even so...
If Primorix dies in Boss Rush,
yes.
then it could easily become even again.
So Goose's last hope here, really, is that Primorix struggles really hard with Boss Rush, which is actually possible because you'll be fighting Blue Man at the end of it.
Yeah.
Tower 1 is kind of a difficult stage. If you're used to Plague's movement, it's a little more trivial. As long as you don't get crushed, as long as you don't fall into pits or spikes. Most of which are pretty easy to handle.
I see him going for these optimal damage boosts, and he's got the right idea, just not the right execution. Oh, wow, nice. So, when you throw a bomb, you get, like, 2 pixels of extra height, and that just saves him from falling into the next screen.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot, so it does help if you really, really have no other air options.
Be careful, Goose.
No, don't take damage! I started waiting, I was like, I don't think he knows that does a full heart. Or he is just suiciding.
If you're gonna take an intentional death, that's a good screen to do it on, honestly.
Luckily, he's all done shopping, so there's no more worry for either runners. Yeah, I agree, Vin. That looked like it was on purpose, even if it was a little delayed. I think he wanted to slide into the Wisdom, and then when he saw that he didn't get the slide, he was just like, well, I guess I'll just take this gear.
Primorix had a pretty good Black Knight fight.
Oh, dang, that was quick. I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
Did he get the teleport skip?
I actually didn't notice.
So, Black Knight 3, because yes, you must fight him 3 times. Actually, the 3rd time is just not stun-lockable at all. After a certain point, he's going to just completely warp and try and do a teleporting attack where he'll shoot lasers from all sides. And it's how long the time loss? Like 10 seconds,
8 seconds.
I think?
It's not great.
No, it's not.
You can stop it, but it's surprisingly hard to do so.
Yeah, sometimes he can just really deny you that. Like, even Flad gets stopped by Black Knight, who currently has world record.
Yeah, and sometimes you get the cancel on it, and then he walks away and does it anyway, and it's like, well, okay, thanks.
Thanks, buddy! Yeah, no problem, you know, I was just trying to help you out, I thought you missed it.
This one's really easy because you can just go along the top. If you play 100%, however, this room will make you cry. Spikes and pits and Jawas and oh god.
Not a fun time. Luckily, Primorix is up to like the easier part of the run. He has 58 coins, so if he doesn't get 69 by the end of this stage, his run's invalid, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What a shame. I'd be a little more worried about it if I were him right now, because there's not that many in the auto scroller. There's only two afterwards.
I think he's done.
I think he's done.
Yep.
Well, it was a nice effort, Primorix, but you know, one of the rules. It's
well, this was a good race. I'll see you guys next time.
Okay.
Is it even worth watching the end of this? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, so Primorix did my favorite thing in this stage. If you go through those blocks before they load, you can just clip through them and just ignore the fact that they exist.
Shovel Knight has a pretty nice leniency about out of bounds and wall collision. Currently, Primorix is in the lead.
Primorix is going to have to heal here.
Yeah, that's not really enough health. Not even an actual madman would do that. Only a robot.
I think Oddbod would go for it, but I think he's the only one.
I've seen Oddbod go for 4. I don't think I've seen him go for... Actually, he might have, and that's actually insanity.
Treasure First is actually pretty good luck here, because he's not going to have to worry about the RNG. Oh no.
Oh no. Goose got crushed.
So if you're standing on top of Treasure Knight when the fight starts, he'll go up to the ceiling before starting the fight, and that wastes about 3 seconds. And that's something you have to be thinking about through all of Boss Rush, so having Treasure First is not ideal, but pretty good luck.
Boss Rush is literally, okay, which boss am I going to get next? What do I have left? How many more damage boosts do I need to do? Like, there's a lot of on-the-fly thinking you have to do.
And optimally, you want to be knocking yourself down to 2 health for the same reason you did in Explodatorium, because Shovel Knight's always going to be at the end. And you want to use the same basic idea for Shovel Knight that you did in Explodatorium, where you stop him from using Phase Lock, and then you can stun lock him. Unfortunately, there's no timeout pull in Boss Rush.
Yeah, that has a couple of different penalties. Shovel Knight will only use the Warhorn if he's trying to dig himself out, so you can't get I-Core skip simply for that reason. You're going to have to deal with a ton more health no matter what. Nice kill. I hope he did not exhaust.
He ran out of magic.
Oh, no. So, luckily this cutscene takes a while. Yeah, and it is King Knight. That's another thing you have to worry about. Like, if you're going to go and burn out your staff like that...
I wish he had started it like Pridemore King Knight, because that would have given him magic a lot faster. But,
touch the chicken!
He touched the chicken.
Of course! Always King Knight!
Real talk?
Take a lot of hugs.
I think Goose is doing pretty good against Black Knight. He's gonna get the kill in the corner. I hope he knows how to get to the right.
Okay, now please get to the right. Jump, jump, jump! No!
No!
Incoming walk of shame. It's obviously faster to burst across the room rather than walk, and Plague Knight in the cutscene will not know how to burst.
Yeah. That's a lot of time to lose for a whole lot of nothing. So yeah, Primorix is gonna have to do the vanilla or like the intended.
The casual way.
Fight.
Let's go.
It's not great.
He's gonna get a little bit of this lock, and then once the Iroquois comes out, yep, there's phase lock. So now he's just gonna have to find a way to get back in Shovel Knight's face and try and juggle him for a little while. Then he'll use the phase lock again. Yeah, all this shenanigans right here is why we dropped the 2 health, so that we don't have to deal with this. It's not even that it's like that hard to stay alive. Once you heal, you've healed, and like having that much health is not that bad. But the amount of time loss that you have to deal with. Honestly, the biggest problem is that he likes to do the reverse damage boost that players like to do, which makes it hard to predict where he's going to go. And also, when you're jumping, he likes to just get under you and stay there, so you can't hit him with your bombs. I love it when he's right behind you, and you don't have a burst, so you're just stuck running away from him at the same speed he's running at you, and nothing you can do will prevent you from not taking a hit. Yeah. When do we get the DLC for the Charge Slash that does a whole life bar of damage? Oh Christ, that'd be terrifying. Goose died in the auto-scroller, it looks like. Oh no. Yeah, dying to Ladder Knight is a joke in the community. But he probably died from something else. Yeah, looks like he was crushed right here. Or maybe he probably died the same way I did then. But yeah, Ladder Knight is, oh yeah, he got crushed right there. As Shovel Knight, you try and jump off the ladders because there's a long walk animation. Or like start up to the walk animation for Shovel Knight. So you want to avoid doing that, and runners will forget that habit in this auto-scroller and end up just dropping off the ladder to their deaths. Primorix is fighting the Enchantress now, who, there's been a couple interesting, discoveries with her fight recently. Okay, Primorix is going for not the optimal fight, but one of the safer fights. Tried and true. Oh no! Oh, he actually still could have saved it if he had known the backup. If you start spamming bombs there, when she goes to make the floor, you can get caught there and jump back up to the stage. But I wouldn't expect people who don't main... Like, if this isn't your main game, I wouldn't expect anyone to know that. Ooh, good setup so far. Ooh. Yeah, Primorix is actually a shovel boy. Oh no! Oh no! He's suffering my curse right now. Oh. Just can't kill Enchantress, but can leave her with half HP every time. He's just starting his staffs a little bit too early. Looking good so far. He just needs to touch up the last bit. Those were some really bad dives. Make sure you have enough mana. Okay. Thank God. Ooh, that was the last swing. Oh my God. touchTheGoose just landed on a turkey, but it's at the start of boss rush, really. So yeah. You should be fine. So now that he's got Pepsi Max, he has to destroy the evil within. Pepsi Max was brought to you by Shadow Plague, who actually fights exactly like the regular Plague Knight fight in Shovel Knight's campaign. It's the one opportunity Plague Knight has to fight himself, for real. Yeah. He just ran out of mana, unfortunately. The only difference is that the blocks are constantly raising, which actually, like, makes it kind of hard to tell what's going on. He's not doing bad. The fight's just taking a little long. Like, he managed to trigger, I guess, one of his last desperation moves, where he just sits in the air and lobs a bunch of bombs. Yeah. That fight's pretty big RNG fest, and
I've definitely lost runs to that fight. And if all goes according to plan with this fight, this should be done in 2 cycles. You just gotta hit that pink ball, get him to open his mouth, and then run up and hit his mouth 2 times.
He's too close.
Oh, this...
no.
This is gonna be a 3 cycle.
That's gonna be, yep. Meanwhile, Goose is fighting Treasure Knight. He has 3 HP and Propeller left. That's actually really, really bad. He has low health and 2 of the most damaging bosses left.
Okay, so time for Primorix. 44:58, which is a pretty respectable race time.
Yeah, good stuff. Primorix lives on. Unfortunately, this means the Goose is eliminated. Do hope to see Goose finish the race, though.
Yeah.
Finish his run, at least. I didn't even see King Knight was still left here.
Actually, if Goose doesn't die anymore, he's on PB pace.
Oh, nice.
I believe his PB is at 54:02.
The unfortunate thing about getting King Fetty is that King Fetty will make its way into the next fight, which actually screwed him up from the Propeller Knight stunlock here. And I really hope that he... how many tonics does he have?
3. I hope he knows the stun lock.
Just don't take any more damage, my dude. Please, 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 please. Please, please, please. Okay.
I was more worried about his magic situation. It's actually good that he took so long to kill him.
Alright. Can he do it? Can he stunlock the Shovel Blue?
I believe in him.
Okay. Get your money back. That tonic was a little too early there. No!
Okay. I respect that decision. I think he panic used his tonics 2 times instead of once. Realized he wasn't gonna be able to phase lock it skip, and decided to just heal instead.
Took a massive hecking sip out of his tonics. Just double quaff. Double quaff, boys, let's go!
Oh yeah, I forgot one of the things about this fight is if you hit like the front of him, he'll just shovel your bombs back.
Yeah,
it's really annoying.
Please remove shovels from the kingdom. Honestly, who fights with a shovel?
I'm gonna fire ferals for letting Shovel Knight into the village. That's the deadliest weapon in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's on PB pace, or I don't think he's on sub 50 pace, but he is on PB pace right now.
That would be great. touchTheGoose actually entered the tournament at the behest of his good friend Applesauce, who is kind of insane. He actually runs all 3 characters and has a respectable time for all of them.
More like Apple suck.
Hey! Hey!
With 2 C's.
Jesus!
I love you.
The only shit I will throw at Applesauce is that he doesn't believe in the orb.
Okay, that was a good tower room, actually. Fun fact about that tower room, as long as you have a platform behind you at some point, you're never gonna... Oh, God!
Yeah?
You're never gonna get hit off the platform by the tiles if there's a platform behind you. Let me catch my breath real quick. Interesting start. Uh-oh. That's one way to start this fight.
She has kind of way too much health to do this. Please, don't... I guess pot shots are fine, but don't go down there.
Yeah. I would really rather he let more of that hole get filled. Oh, God!
It's okay, one of the first things she's gonna do, is fill in the gaps.
Oh, duh.
Please, just kill her. Thank you.
Okay. Ooh.
Alright, now just immediately warp to the credits, and then you got sub 50.
Ugh. I might need a beer after this. Goose, you're taking years off my life, buddy.
Oh, nice!
Oh, yes!
Go ahead.
Oh, no!
Oh, what?
No! No, he doesn't know! Oh, no! It's not gonna work now.
Oh, it's definitely not gonna work now. He needs to move.
He has to fight.
What even happened? Why did that happen?
I think he moved 1 pixel or so. Oh no, Goose.
Yeah,
please.
No! Somebody tell him! Someone go to his Twitch and tell him! Please, pick the controller back up!
Please?
So, what he initially went for, and I really hope that he... Oh god.
Oh, Raptor Jesus says he was charging a burst, and that's what happened. Oh no. Goose, it's not gonna work, you have to fight.
So he was going for a an Easter egg. If you don't do anything at all, then Plague of Shadows will actually not be able to hit you, and the fight would have ended by now.
Does he not know that it should have ended by now?
It should have! Okay, I think he got it. He's putting him a fight! Go, Goose, go! The goose is loose, let's go. Wait. There we go.
Okay, please don't lose your PB over this.
Yo, what an epic PV, please. Oh my god, please!
Oh no.
Let's see if Max wins today. I wonder if he's gonna go for it this time. Okay, absolutely nothing. Let's see it. Looks good.
Okay. So, fun fact. Look at his tonic count. Every time you enter this boss fight, if you don't have any tonics, it automatically gives you 2 tonics.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I feel like this is taking... Oh, there we go. Part of me feels like the designers put it in to say, like, okay, we realize some people may put their controller down and legitimately walk away from the game at this point.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Could you imagine that conversation? So, our QA actually stopped playing at this point, guys. What do we do? We hire Munchit, that's what. Oh, pretty close. Throw bombs, throw bombs, throw bombs! Almost. 2!
It's still a pretty good PB, it looks like.
Not
Good
bad.
stuff to both of them.
If only we had a righteous kazoo right now.
It's just a shame that Goose's run would be literally a minute faster if he had realized what was going on.
And joining us, we have Primorix.
Hi, Primorix.
Hi.
Good stuff, dude.
Thanks. I thought getting hit into the turkey was going to be the tragedy of the run, but then Enchantress happened.
You pulled one out of my playbook, and you died to Enchantress with her at half an HP twice.
So, fun fact, Primorix, when you died the first time to Enchantress, when she got away from your staffs, you actually could have still killed her. When she got away, if you had started spamming bombs to stay in the air, her attack that makes the floor would have saved you.
Oh, really? I never would have thought of that.
I did
You
it
have
by
to keep
accident
spamming
once.
it for a very long time, but you'll get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah,
Bad intending.
the second one, I don't know what happened. I just completely mistimed the staff.
Yeah, you started staffing way too early, and by the time it started hitting, you were out of magic.
Yeah. But the first one, I knew I was in trouble because I usually die when I bonk on the ceiling there.
Yeah.
Like when there's a ceiling above me, and I didn't think I could get into the 1 block gap. So it's like, I don't know which way to go.
So yeah, good stuff.
I think that it was either you or Goose. I can't remember. Well, obviously it was either of you two. Who had that trouble on the auto scroller skip in Clockwork Tower. Did you burst into the ceiling and bonk on the spikes?
No, I don't. I think I did that fine.
They both did the auto-scroller skip fine, actually.
Yeah, it's a slightly terrifying thing that can happen.
So it looks like you're moving on. Goose is unfortunately out of the tournament. And you're going to be playing against the loser of Flatter V and Pika Pete.
So, Pika Pete.
God. I believe in Pete.
I love you, Pete.
I'm not just
Flat's
saying
insane.
that because I would rather play against Pete.
Flat is not only a robot, but he programs robots.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. You know, if it's Pete, it should be a good one because I think our PBs are really close at this point. And if it's Flat, I'll get to race someone much better than I am. So either way, it's alright.
And if it's Flat, you'll have to think about what you're going to do after the tournament.
Exactly.
Pick up your shovel again. You going back for Blue Boy?
Eventually. I'm not sure I'm going to do it right after the tournament.
I'm actually curious. I gotta look right now to see how many people are in the Blue Boy 43 club.
I don't actually know.
It's top 6. So it's myself, Patwa, Mancha, Primorix, Engage, and of course Smoggy is all the way down at 42-26. What an actual madman.
Jeez.
28. Yeah, well, shout outs to everyone who signed up for the Plague Knight tournament.
Yeah. I think that's all we've got today. But tomorrow we've got 3 races, so it's going to be super packed.
Oh, right. It is 3 tomorrow. I thought it was 2 tomorrow.
Yeah. According to the schedule, it was going to be 2 tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got, let's see. We've got Mumu versus Lance happening at 8 p.m. Eastern. Flat and Pika Pete also happening at 8 Eastern. And Bread Pam and DOSBox Falco at 1 p.m. Eastern.
And what is going on with Speed Gaming right now? Let's see. Got Ori in the Blind Forest. We got no glitches allowed. No glitches allowed ever. We also have Link to the Past, Key Sanity, and yeah, even we got Super Mario Bros. Later on. So yeah, lots of stuff to look forward to. Thank you, Speed Gaming, for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Don't forget to follow the runners.
And the commentators.
This is Lou signing out.
I'm Eric signing out.